update.
Dude, he basically said that him talking about that Dak talking about his struggles with depression after his brother's
Oh, I
suicide.
forgot about that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, dude. He said that it was
I know.
unleader-like or something of
I
him
know. You're
to
the number one QB
talk
on the
about his
field.
feelings.
Yeah, he was like, "You're the quarterback of the
Yes.
Just because you're the
Cowboys."
quarterback, you can't talk about your mental health crisis. It don't matter who you are, bro. Like everybody's going through something. Period.
And
Like
dude,
that's just what it is.
especially with Dak's position, that takes a lot of strength to make a comment like that, especially in the
How many
football
people are
world.
gonna hear it, man?
Yeah, especially in the sports world where you want everything to look nice, you want everyone to think you're great. No one wants to come out and say they're depressed. No one does. I mean, you look at these athletes' Instagram pages. It's all, living their best life and looking fucking awesome. No one wants to come out and be honest. And dude, Dak's trying to help people. Dak's hoping that someone hears this and it resonates. And
And it probably will.
oh yeah,
Like he said, Dallas Cowboys, probably a top five sports franchise in North America, right? He's there. He's their starting quarterback, which is obviously the most storied position in the history of the NFL, aside from running back, and probably more so than running back. And he's trying to get something out there that's really positive. That's a message that people can relate to, can possibly help people.
yeah.
And regardless of how you feel about him personally or any other situation, you don't tear that down ever.
Mm-mm.
You never tear that down. Like
And
that's
as
never a good move.
No, it's never a good move, especially when you have a position like Skip. I mean, Skip's got 5 million people listening to him every morning. I don't know if that's a number, but millions of people every morning are tuning in to see what Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp have to say.
More so
That's a
Shannon
big
Sharp.
platform, man. I mean, this is a small little shop over here where we got, and we're operating under the mindset of we got to put out a good message. We got a responsibility, even if there's only a couple people listening. You never know who's going to hear this, like we talked about before. And for someone like Skip, with the world listening, to just shit on a guy who's doing his best to heal and also to try and help people, that's just
Also to
fucked
be
up.
human, right? Like to really emphasize the humanity of the guy who happens to be who his profession happens to be the starting quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys, right? That's what it happens to be. He's worked his ass off and he's great and that's where he is. But he's also human. Like he
Yeah.
goes through struggles that we go through. And all problems are relative, right? All problems are relative. And if this man is going through something that he feels the need to share or can share, and that's going to help somebody down the line, even if it has a chance to help somebody, bro. Like you
Yeah.
can't hit on that.
Yeah.
Can't.
Dude, Dak's got a lot going on. I guarantee you the last thing he wants to do is talk about his depression. Dak doesn't want to be depressed. I mean, he's not sitting
Yeah, bro.
around
He's a starting
looking for
He's
quarterback for the
not
attention.
fucking
looking for
Cowboys,
sympathy.
bro.
Yeah, he's not looking
No,
for attention. Fuck no.
exactly. Exactly. And I mean, ugh, I remember listening to it. Shannon Sharp didn't even really blink an eye, if I remember correctly. Like he wasn't even there to defend. Like, how can you hear someone say that and not just go, "Whoa, what'd you say?" Like, dude, his brother died. Like when his best friend passed during COVID. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of fucking crazy shit going on. This guy lost his brother in the middle of it.
It's just a point of empathy at that point. Like you gotta, whatever your profession may be, whatever you think you have to say that's going to be impactful, you have to you have to understand, and you have to be able to empathize with people on a level deeper than your talk show, on a
Mm.
level deeper than I'm going to go throw for 350 yards or I'm going to go throw for 100 yards in a pick. It shouldn't fucking matter at that point if somebody's going through something deeper than the game. If you want to rip Dak apart for the fact that he probably is a mediocre quarterback who just got paid by like a top five guy, that's fine with me. That really is fine because again, you're doing your job, right? You're talking about the guy's professional athleticism and whether he is up to par or not. You don't have a lot of shit to talk about if you're a sports guy right now. So you're
No.
talking about shit. You're just talking about it. I get it. To attack a guy personally for things that he is going through on a level much deeper than a fucking pigskin that he's throwing around the fucking field, bro. Like You need to figure that out as a professional.
It's a fact.
In my opinion, that's
Facts,
just
no printer from Nate James Bond.
I'm just saying you got to figure that out professionally. Like that's not a joke. Like that's no games. Like just because this guy's a celebrity doesn't shield him from the same things that we go through on a daily basis. You know, and that's just wrong of him. But that's that's how I feel about it.
You're on.
That's
on.
How people should feel, man. You're right on it, on the button.
Yeah.
It's just irresponsible of people to assume that mental illness is anything but real. Like that's something that really affects people, and you need medicine for it. It's to think that it's anything otherwise is just ignorant, and that's why people like Skip are why more people don't speak out about it. I'm sure we're at a point that's
great call.
That's more comfortable with sharing that stuff with people that are really close to you, because most people know that you have a lot of people that care about them, but you don't want to expose that to the general media, especially or the world, if you're someone exactly like Dak Prescott or Kevin Love or any other people that have spoken out against their mental health. Like you gotta believe that it's real, and if you're not in that mindset, then people like those two super inspirational people won't be sharing their stories because there's such a stigma about it. That's what sucks. So you can't escape that stigma because of those old heads, those 68-year-olds like Skip Bayless, who think that any publicity is good publicity, even though you're talking shit about a heroic thing that somebody else did.
And honestly, it is just that. It really is just that. Like a lot of people would say that's overrating it, overhyping it. But the thing is, like, I mean, granted, a few people have done it before him, but not a lot of people have really started to. I mean, you've seen more in the past 5 to 10 years, but before that, like, no professional athletes have really been focused on the mental health aspect in sports. Like Kevin Love, as you mentioned, has been huge in that. But like Kyrie started to say a few things about it. Like, I mean, you just had people coming out the woodwork, and I think we're going to see more of that, which I think it's cool that Dak said that, because that means that we as the fans can also do something to help the people who are entertaining us on a nightly basis too, and I think that's like a cool, I don't know, maybe my own twisted way, but I think it's a cool way of giving back.